I'm going to show you how to use this AI image tracker here. This is for Higgsfield, and if you're new and maybe not have a plan or a free plan, you can kind of visualize what you're going to get. This may not be 100% accurate, so I'll kind of explain as I go. And also, if you're a previous user, you can also use this too in a way to calculate your credits left and used. So let's go over to Higgsfield, and you can see here, if we go over to the pricing page, you've got your basic plans. Basically, if you're going to go by monthly, make sure you come over here and you click monthly, because it's set to annual. So click monthly if you prefer to go monthly. There are two different plans, okay? You can see the credits. That basic one here is 150 credits. The Pro is 600 credits, and so on and so on. I have the unlimited 1200 credits. Now if we go down to the bottom here and we stay in the list of 1200 credits, alright, now we're going to go down. Now this is designed for kind of like images. So if we go down here and look under the category Ultimate Plan, up to 4,800, okay, up to 4,800. That all depends. So, and we'll scroll down a little bit more and take a look at the stuff. So I'm going to go back over here, and I'm going to select my plan, Ultimate Plan, and I want to use the soul here. The soul right here works for characters that have been pre-trained. You can find a video tutorial on how to do that. You're going to get more for your bang on this one, because actually you're using one credit per 4 images. Okay, if you can keep the credit down, see over here to 1. That's if you can keep that down to 1, then you're going to get your 4,800 images. So right here, basically this plan right here is basically saying exactly what it says on their website. You have 4,800 images left. You got 1,200 presses. Presses mean actually when you generate. So if we go back over here and let's say we go to create images, that means how many times you press right here. And like I said, it all depends. If you start changing these things up, you can see it says 2 credits. If I go to basic, this is all set to basic. Actually, I think this works pretty good for just the basic anyway. So I'm going to keep my credits down to 1. So everything is kind of designed for your basic settings over here. So if you start changing things up, just keep an eye on your credits. So let's go ahead and let's go back here and explain a bit more. And if, let's say, okay, now how many times do I want to press this to generate that? Okay, so if I press it 1 time, it's going to do 4 images in a row right here. So if I was to press it 12 times, you can see it updates. I'm going to use 1 credit used and 99% left. This is over a brand new plan, okay? Now remember, it said at 0, 4,800 images. Let's cut that in half. Let's say the 1,200 in half, make it 600. Okay, that lets me know my plan is 50% up here. I'm going to highlight things for you. 50%, and drag my mouse over here. Use 50% left. it tells me that I have 2,400 images left and how many presses left. Presses basically means generate, okay? I try to highlight that for you again. So it says 600 left, and actually 600 means how many times you press the word generate. Now if we show the table here and we go way down, so let's say I press this settings at 600 times. I press that for some reason. Probably would never happen, but if we go way to the bottom here, you would see the total image is 2,400. I'll go back to the top. Now remember, I said at 0 I'm going to get 4,800 images. So we're going to go back, and remember this is the maximum plan you're going to get here. So if I put 1,200 in here, and I press that 1,200 times, at 1 credit for 4 images, I go way to the bottom, I'm going to get 4,800 images. Now let's do another one, since the credit is actually the main factor here. So, and images, so if I did cut the image in half, see it says 1.4. Now I'm going to use the WAN at 1.2. See if I go to the bottom, I'm only going to get half that amount, because half, well, let me highlight that for you. 2,400 is because this was cut in half before, if that makes sense. So if I put that back to the 4, but that's not going to be WAN, so that's why you want to use these presets. So I like this one, you're going to get way more. Now for instance, I happen to decide to put in a higher number. Let's go ahead and put it back to 0. If I decide to put in a higher number, what's going to happen is it's going to automatically fill it back into the fully 100% used. So if I type in 4, 4, 4, 4, it's giving me a warning, I exceeded, and it's going to put my limit to 1,200 and let me know, hey, you used it all, this is calculated, you can't use no more than 1,200 presses, which is generate at the right here. Okay, we have soft preset. Basically what this does is kind of just certain settings get saved and certain settings get set back to default. So you can see I got the unlimited plan, so, and 1,200, soft reset, basically resets that, resets the bottom down here. Hard reset's going to reset everything back at default. Now for instance, I have, go to your dashboard, and I have 74% credit used, okay? And I want to calculate, because I want to know, hey, I know I got 74 credit, but man, I really don't know how much I can press. It's going to be a kind of a guessing game, because I know what I can use, but I don't know how many I have left. So let's keep that in mind. If you hover over your cursor, over your icon when you should log in, see I got 74%. We're going to put our starting here at 74%. Let's make sure all my settings are at to my plan. And like I said, this is your best bet, the soul right now, as far as I can see. So basically, it's showing me I got 74% used, just like my dashboard. Then we scroll way over here, it's telling me I got 26% credit left. But basically, now I got down here, I got 1,200 248 images. So I'll know what I got left, okay? So I want to press that 12 times, okay? And when I do that, when I type in 12, keep an eye on the top roll up here, okay? Where the progress bar is at. So if I want to press that 12 times, okay, we're at 74%, you can see almost it jumped up 1%. So I know about 12 images is going to be 1 credit, and you can see my images that are going to be right here. Show the table, go to the bottom. Say we got, we're going to produce 48 images. Okay, we're going to get 48 images out of 12 presses. Okay. So here's the press count, 12. Number of images is 4. We're going to get 48 images at 75 credits and 25% left. So basically what will happen is, let's say for instance, and I really like this one here, so I'm going to go over here and I'm going to use this example. I'm going to right click this and I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go back over here, Higgsfield. I'm going to leave all my settings at default. Now we're basically make sure we're looking at this, because this 1 credit right here is very important. So I'll press this there, and when I do, you'll see the top 4 rows. I'm getting 1 credit for 4 images. So if we go back over here, look in this area right here, 1 credit for 4 images. Okay, so basically when you come back over here, you can screenshot this to see if it's accurate. And what you do is take a screenshot. Remember, you got 74%. Now if I press this a total of 12 times, or did it once, it should indicate when it's done at 75% credit used. Okay, this may take a while to update, so that's going to give you a ball figure. And I don't exactly have to have the same image. I can switch to a different image. And choose anything I want. Also, you don't have to right click this. I'm going to hit print screen. I want that one. I'm going to hit print screen. This is a, I believe it's called the snapping tool on Windows 11. It's the top key. It says PRTSC. So I go back over here. I hit the Windows key plus V. I like this one here. Okay, this will be press number 2, because I already did 1. Then I do it again. I want to select this one. Okay, now I pressed it 3 times, so I can do this a total of 12 times, okay? So you can see here, 1, 2, 3. So here's the top one. Look at the left where my cursor's at. 1, 2, and 3. As you can see, this was my one at default that I have not even pressed. So this is 1, 2, and 3. I believe that's correct. So I can get 1,200 presses. And like I said, if I go, when I'm done, this should read about 75% credit used. So if we go back over to the tracker, you will see it should match this right up here in the upper left hand corner. Always I'm trying to highlight things for you as I go. So just follow my cursor here. So basically that should all update and read completely. And what I like about it is, you got your icon so you can see what has been used. And these are really good images. I like them. Let's take a look at I'll download this one here. Higgfield's got some really good resolution, and we'll tap into full screen here. It does a really good job. Now this may not be 100% accurate, but it should get you fairly close. If you do any changes, you can export the log file here. It kind of keeps your settings, so maybe keeping track of what you want to look at. Let me close some of my other stuff out here. And there's your log file. It will go into your download folder. So if you want to download the script and try it, it'll be below the video in the description. You can click and download it. As you can see, I got Higgsfield already opened up, and it's going to be in a zip file, and extract it to any folder you want. So make sure it's got to be out of the zip file, and you'll see something like this, the AI image credit tracker.html. Once you extract it out of zip, just double click it, and there you go. You got it right here in front of you, and you can run it side by side.